Hey guys, it's your boy, Ballface8020, back again with another great commentary. I think this one will be quick. I'm not sure exactly what got me thinking about it, probably a whole variety of things, but I wanted to make a video about it now. Something that I've known for a long time, which is that women really cannot judge looks or attractiveness. They've got like no sense of perspective like on it at all. And so citing the Whatever podcast, Brian's like obsessed with like asking these girls, what they are, and they always say, like, they usually say a 10. That I wouldn't read too much into. I think that's just them being retarded, because when he asked Layla Jenner, she said an 8, which is what she is. So I think it has, my guess is that, there's probably like the more attractive a woman is, the better she's able to rate herself. I don't think that most women seriously think they're 10s. I don't think they're that delusional. So I wouldn't make too much of that. But they do really overrate women, not just themselves, but other women too. And then they underrate men. And the example there that I would give is of Brian himself, because he always says, when he's asked to rate himself, he always says he's a 6 or like a 6.7 or something. I don't know. And it's tough it's tough because it's like what are you rating on? What's the metric? And like, what's the metrics? But I think 6, if you're like controlling for age, I think 6 is a good rating for him. When he was younger, I would say he was like a 7. I remember him in those Fight Club videos. But so there's this one video though where some woman on it actually confronts him. She says, let's talk about. She's like, let's talk. You say you're always the one saying that, women need to be realistic about their looks, but you're not being realistic about your looks. And he's like, well, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you're saying you're a 6 and you're not a 6. And he's like, oh, okay, what am I? She said, I'm like a 4. And that's seriously like how women rate, most male looks. Brian, like I said, controlling for age. Because it depends, right? Like when you're rating somebody, do you mean in comparison to what's out there, or do you just mean like how attractive like they are? Because Brian, again, controlling for age, is more attractive than most guys in America. Substantially so. Now, I don't think that just because he is in that, again, controlling for age, Brian is without a question in the top 20%. What if you want to say, okay, we're only for middle class whites? Probably not top 20%, but again, controlling for age, top 30%. Yeah. But like to women, like that seriously is a 4. That's like a serious, and they're like, but which would be like fine, except that they and it's not like it's a huge deal or anything, but like the like mismatch comes between like to a woman, like a typical guy is like a 3 or a 4, and that's what can make black pill Orthodox guys so frustrating to deal with. Like they say every guy is like a 2. It's like okay, yeah, those guys are idiots, but according to women, they're right. Like according to women, incels judge, like women do really judge men's looks the same way somebody like Wheat Waffles does. Now there's a lot of other shit that they get wrong, but like Wheat Waffles in Rehab Room are completely right about how women judge the looks of most of men. They're completely correct about that. In general, at least, like they're a bunch of autistic idiot faggots. So they get a lot of stuff wrong, including, that isn't even as absolute as they think it is, but they're at least onto something there. But then they think that they're, women think, because like if you see like a lot of TikToks or whatever, you'll see this like often, women saying like there's just not enough attractive guys out there. Like it'd be like, because like sometimes they'll say there's not enough tall guys. Okay, but it's not even just that. It's like just attractive guys in general. Like every guy to like almost guys to them are gross. And then, but like the problem then she's like, I see so many beautiful women, and I don't see any and I barely see any attractive guys. Like no, that's not how it is. I work right near a college campus. Okay. It's exactly the same. There's just as many attractive girls as there are attractive guys, at least in the younger age group. Now, the one real difference I would say is that women generally, not always, but they use makeup. And then women almost always are much better groomed than men. But I think that we know from the black pill that women don't really care about grooming or styling. I mean, I know that they like some of them, like those K-pop guys, but generally speaking, there are exceptions, everybody's different, but generally speaking, I don't think women like really care that much about grooming or styling. I mean, I've definitely seen plenty of slob chads who women threw themselves at. And but I mean, no, I mean, seriously, like, I mean, it's different when the woman gets a chance to get to know you or something, and that's what, like, black pill Orthodox don't understand. But if you're going just by pictures of faces, most women, if you're not, like, in that at least top 20% of, facial aesthetics, facial hair aesthetics, you're ugly. You're ugly. You're like a 4 at best. That's seriously how they think. And so if you really want to like know how to rate a guy's looks, you'd ask a gay guy, because that's the thing. It's like you might think like, well, maybe women are right. Maybe guys just are uglier than women are. No, I don't think that's true, because you never see gay guys complaining that there aren't enough attractive guys. They're completely fine with the way guys look, and it's just that women, like I said, women don't really find, at least from like an aesthetic, isolated from anything else, just aesthetics isolated from anything else, women find very few men attractive that way. There's, like I said, there's only like, if like from like just looking at a picture or whatever, 20% of men at most, probably less. And, whereas men do find a lot of women attractive. So I guess you could say in that sense, maybe men really are a bit more visual. It depends what you mean. In a sense, men are more visual. That's absolutely true. So no, I think it creates. I don't want to sound like Myron, Spurgeon about it, saying like they think that they're entitled to this, or that they're not realistic about what they can get. I actually think, despite what women say, they are pretty realistic about their options. I think that most women are pretty realistic about their. I think they might be unrealistic about their own SMV, but they'll generally, I guess you'd say, like, take where a woman is on the rating scale in terms of SMV. And it's probably pretty reasonable for her to get a guy who's objectively going to be like either her match or, a little bit below. And, with guys, it's a bit tougher. Like if you're a 20-year-old male 6 or whatever, you're probably not going to get a 7. Again, this is so broad, so general. There's so many things that go into it, but just you're probably going to get more like a 5. So that's just kind of the way it works. It's not nearly as extreme as black pill Orthodox say, but there is something to it. So sorry this was so scattered. That's all for now. See you in the next.